There's a decision you've been sitting on. The hire, the pivot, the raise, the exit. And don't tell me what it is. You already flinched. And that flinch is why it's important to give me the next few minutes. Here's what you keep telling yourself. I just need a little more certainty. One more report, one more opinion, one more, let me sleep on it for the 200th night. So let me save you some time. I'm Jim Nissing, and I've spent 30 years negotiating over $1 billion of deals. And here's what I've learned watching brilliant people freeze at the table. More information doesn't cure indecision, it feeds it. That decision isn't stuck because it's hard. Somewhere along the way it stopped being a numbers problem and became a human one. Fear of blame, fear of looking foolish, fear of who you might become if you actually make the move. And no spreadsheet on earth will ever fix that. Let me show you what it's costing you. The invoice that nobody sends. A $2 million deal earns about $3,700 a day. Sit on it for 6 weeks and you've quietly incinerated $156,000. Not to a bad decision, but to no decision. The most expensive decision of all. And the money is the cheap part. Every open decision runs in the background of your mind, stealing your sleep, your focus, and the presence with the people that you love. It's why you read the same email 3 times today. Waiting isn't safe. Waiting is just losing slowly. I watched it happen once, negotiating with a New York law firm. We were licensing a pharmaceutical patent. There was solid IP and there were fair terms, and they just could not get out of their own way. Counteroffer, delay, rereading the same clause as if the 12th time would change it. The window closed. $600,000 walked out the door. They weren't stuck on the deal, they were stuck on themselves. So here's the truth the boardroom won't tell you. The most effective people who ever lived didn't decide because they finally knew enough. They decided because they learned to quiet the noise enough to see what at some level they already knew. You already know. You're just not ready to let go of the safety of standing still. And that's what my course is built for. It's called Decide Your Life. 8 weeks. With one job, you bring one real decision, the big one. And week by week, we run through the exact protocol I used at billion-dollar tables. We put a hard price tag on your delay. We dig out the real fear underneath, 5 layers down. We replace the vibe with a scorecard. And we install the one question that makes it impossible to fool yourself again. What outcome would prove me wrong? And you don't do it alone or in an echo chamber. You do it in a room full of people with no stake in your outcome. Not your lawyer, not your partner, not your board, who all have a reason to tell you what you want to hear. For the first time, you hear the truth. Between sessions, you don't go dark. You get the Decide Your Life AI Stack, a private AI council that runs your pre-mortem and prices your delay at midnight. And that's when doubt comes back. It also asks questions your advisors are too polite to ask. Then, week 8, you stand up and you decide, out loud, witness, done, not feel better about it, made, with a specific action, a deadline, and a date. And because I teach skin in the game, I keep mine. Do the work, and if you don't close your decision with more clarity than you've had in years, full refund, I take the loss. You risk nothing but the excuse that you've been living with. Now, you could click away and think about it, but you just watch a video about what thinking about it costs you every day. The button's below. You already know, and that's the point. I'll see you in the room.